We got a lot of new leaks on the next characters, so in this video you are going to find out every banner from 3.7 all the way to 4.5. New 5 stars, the reruns lining up next to them, and where each one most likely lands version by version. Some of this is solid, some of it is soft, and I will tell you which is which as we go. 3.6 is the only part that is fully confirmed, so let's clear that first. It launches August 20th and it is locked. Phase 1 is Qingxiao with Dania's first rerun. Phase 2, around September 10th, is Jingrun with Hiyuki and Morny. 2 banners in the front half, 3 in the back half. Full kit breakdowns on both are already up on the channel, and that is where the pressure starts, because 3.6 is only the first payment. Look at what is stacked behind it. Shin, Suoming, 5 rerun names, Lily, a mystery male, and an entire new region. If your Astrite is going to survive that marathon, you can save up to 24% on your top-ups using Loot Bar. It's a solid way to save money. For example, the 6,480 Lunites pack costs around $82 on Loot Bar compared to $100 in-game. The top-up process is very straightforward. Just pick your pack, log in through their single-use cloud device, redeem it in-game exactly like the official store, and then log out. Loot Bar is widely used and has tens of thousands of reviews on Trustpilot, making it one of the most trusted platforms for in-game top-ups. Link to Loot Bar is in the description. Alright, version 3.7. Timing first, because most people get this math wrong. Everyone assumes 6 weeks. 3.5 landed July 10th, 3.6 lands August 20th, and that is 41 days, not 42. Run that forward and 3.7 lands around September 30th. Push it again and 3.8 sits around mid-November with 4.0 at the end of December. That is the actual shape of your saving window. 3.7 is Shin and Suoming, and it has not entered beta yet, so everything from here is leaked here. Kuro confirmed Shin's design, name, Mengzhou origin, and Sentinel status. Not one line of her kit is official. That said, the new wave on her is huge. Datamines place her as an Electro Rectifier main DPS, the Moon Fox, the first playable Sentinel in the game, and current leaks credit her with a normal form and a Sentinel form, each with its own moveset and enhanced state, plus 2 separate resonance liberations. That is effectively 4 combat modes on one character. On top of that, a domain field, coordinated attacks, and an entirely new Tune Break variant built around her. And the headline, she applies Electro Flare herself and detonates the overflow as something called Electro Rage. Remember that Mandelbrot fractal hint? A kit that recursively feeds into itself lines up with that a little too well. If you are reading an older roadmap that puts Shin in 3.8, throw it out. Anything calling her Glacio is older still. Her phase is not settled. Some trackers have her in phase 1, others in phase 2 behind Suoming. The argument for phase 1 is that 3.7 closes the Mengzhou arc, and you do not bury a region's own Sentinel in the back half of its final patch. And Suoming is the messiest set of leaks on this roadmap. Her element and weapon shifted again in the newer datamines, drifting off that Havoc Rectifier read everyone quoted a month ago. The only consistent thing is her role. Echo-focused support, an enabler for Echo skill teams, and some trackers still have her sliding out of 3.7 and into 3.8. Now the part almost nobody is budgeting for, the reruns. Across 3.7 and 3.8, the names that keep getting floated are Augusta, Galbrina, Kuyuan, Sigrika, and Lucilla. Together they will cost more Astrite than the new characters. Augusta is the one tied directly to Shin, Electro Broadblade, and if Kuro wants to sell an Electro Hypercarry, putting the Electro package right next to her is the obvious play. She has also been sitting out long enough that a return is overdue on its own. Galbrina is the Fusion Echo damage dealer, out of rotation long enough that her gap is due. Kuyuan is the Echo damage bonus support, and people keep pointing at him because he has not even had a second rerun. Sigrika is the Echo skill carry, and the direct payoff unit if Suoming really is an Echo enabler. Those two together is the cleanest package here. And Lucilla is the Glacio Rectifier from the COLLAB patch. Still fresh, still strong, first rerun candidate. So the community split into 2 saving camps. Camp 1 wants the Electro block HSIN next to Augusta and treats everything else as a skip. Camp 2 wants the Echo package, Suoming next to Sigrika, with Kuyuan or Lucilla in the support slot. Both fit how Kuro has grouped playstyles before, and both are completely unconfirmed. And be careful how much weight you put on this, because we just watched it break. Iuno was locked into 3.6 phase 2 across every leak chart. People saved for that slot. Then the broadcast aired and Hiyuki and Morny took it. Rerun leaks are the softest tier there is. quick thing before the newer stuff. Every character from here on is at the very start of their leak cycle, so names, elements, and designs will trickle out over the next few weeks. If you want that the moment it lands, subscribe and turn the bell on. And the weekly giveaway is still running. 5 Lunite subscriptions, 5 winners every week. Leave a comment on any video to enter. Now 3.8, this is where the new names show up. The one everyone is talking about is Lily. This comes from StepLeaks, and the description is short but specific. A young perfumer girl lost in the heart's domain, described as a melancholic, introverted little angel. That is the entire leak text, and people are connecting that heart's domain line straight to Somme Noir. And StepLeaks has been dropping riddle clues day by day that everyone reads as Lily. Day 0, lilies bloom in silence. Day 1, a black and white gothic dress. Day 2, lavender hair kissed by pink. Day 3, 2 words. Black Swan. Stack that up, and you get a gothic melancholic angel with lavender and pink hair and full Swan Lake energy. The design reaction has been overwhelmingly positive, and the jokes started instantly, because Anadil and her perfumes already exist, so people want to know if Lily is putting her out of business. What we do not have on Lily is everything mechanical. No element, no weapon, no kit, no splash art. Newer chatter points at Spectro and a new Federation origin, which would make her a bridge into the next arc, and that fits a patch sitting on the seam between 2 regions. The strongest read has her as the 3.85 star, though a minority argues 4 star. There is also chatter about a new 4-star male resonator alongside her, and Changli returning through an event in the same patch. Worth flagging, because an event return is not a banner. That is not a slot you spend Astrite on. Then 4.x. This is the shift. After 3.8, the game moves to the new Federation, and here is the detail that reframes everything. The Federation arc is planned to run roughly a full year, around 8 version patches. That is not a region visit, that is the next era of the game. So, let me speculate on placement instead of dumping names at you, because these pieces do fit into slots if you look at how Kuro has done this before. 4.0, around late December, is the region opener, and openers follow a pattern here. You get the flagship pair, 2 brand new natives, one of them the arc's headline DPS, story built around introducing the place. The desert rumor sits here. What I would not expect at 4.0 is a collab or an SP, because Kuro does not spend those when the region itself is the cell. The SP window is where it gets interesting, and 2 names sit on it. Verina SP, which comes out of lore text rather than files, and Calcharo SP, the loudest one, because a model leak went around and got contested almost immediately by another source. Both stay in the speculation pile. What makes them credible as a pair is that both are new Federation natives. Verina, Calcharo, Alto, Angkor, and Mortefi all come from there. Now look at how the first SP was deployed. Yang SP dropped in 3.5, the exact patch that took us to her homeland and told her origin story. That is the pattern. An SP arrives when the arc reaches that character's roots. So Verina SP most likely lands early, around 4.1 to 4.2, because she is main cast and the safest SP Kuro could sell. Calcharo SP is the deeper cut, tied to the Lawless Zone and the Ghost Hounds, which is mid-arc content by definition, so 4.3 or later. Then the mystery mail, and this leak is wild. Sealy posted an image captioned with 3 words, next male character, ? And the image is not Wuthering Waves art at all. It is 2 splash arts from Honor of Kings, the Chinese MOBA, side by side with a plus sign between them. The first is Lanling Wang, an assassin who turns invisible and fights with daggers. The second is Lam, and I am not making this up, he is a shark boy, an aquatic assassin with a spirit shark, dive attacks, absurd mobility. So Sealy is saying the next male resonator is, in vibe terms, a stealth dagger assassin plus a shark boy. Classic leaker move, showing 2 existing characters whose combined identity approximates what is coming. Take it at face value and you get a high mobility male DPS with stealth and aquatic motifs. A minority slot him into 3.8 as that rumored 4-star. The stronger read is 4.x, because one of those exact images had already circulated as a 4.x reference. And if the desert red is right, an aquatic assassin does not fit an opening patch at all, which pushes him past 4.0 into 4.1 or 4.2 once the map opens past the sand. And the collab. StepLeaks placed a collab in the version 4 era, tied to a classic Japanese IP, with 2 playable characters, 1 male and 1 female. That is the reliable part. A separate, much weaker source attached the name Sword Art Online to it, and even that source said to take it with a sea of salt. Keep those two claims in separate boxes because the community keeps blending them and they are not the same leak. On timing, look at how the Cyberpunk one was used. It did not open an arc and it did not close one. It landed mid-cycle as a spike in a shortened patch built around it. Repeat that and a version 4 collab sits around 4.3 to 4.5 once the region is established and the arc needs a jolt. None of that placement is confirmed. It is reasoning off Kuro's own patterns. The next domino is the 3.7 beta client. That is when Shin's 4 combat modes either turn into real numbers or quietly vanish, when Suoming's element finally stops moving, and the first point those 5 rerun names either show up in the data or get replaced by something nobody predicted. When it drops, it goes up here the same day. Before any of that, you have 2 days. Maintenance ends the morning of the 20th and Qingxiao goes live the second it does. Count your Astrite tonight, not on patch day.